is our weekly Q&A. Typically, we will be running a webinar for this, so everyone is able to hop on and chime in. But we had a lot of people this week. We were originally going to do a pay-per-click seminar, how to run pay-per-click ads at $16 a day to drive traffic. But we had a lot of people respond back saying they were away on vacation. It was a holiday week, so they weren't doing any work. Well, we're still working because that's what we do. So we decided to do a live broadcast, and we pushed the pay-per-click training to next week. So make sure you sign up for the webinar. Today, we are going to go ahead and we're going to run down the dashboard and just highlight some of the features, tell you about a few things that we have coming up, answer any questions you might have if you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube. If you type any comments into the comments section, it's going to pop up on our screen, and we can answer the questions live as we go along. John, what you got going on?
So look, and if you're on vacation, I love it. Like Justin says on his podcast, How to Beat Your Competition in 2023. Like, we applaud that, right? Like, that's what we do it for, right? Like, there's no reason to work unless you can enjoy your life and really understand the purpose behind what we're doing. Yet, right now, in the last week of December, it's going to be more important than the first couple of weeks of December, which, in our opinion, the majority of people are just kind of hanging it up. They're taking the time off right now, and they're waiting to restart and reset in 2023. We all know by that time it's too late. So right now, especially right now, whether you're an investor, whether you're an agent, right now is time to capture market share and take what is your unfair share when everybody else is taking their time off. I promise you, it's about to be the first of the year, so there's a ton of opportunity coming. But right now, while people are not working, we should be working, because we're committed to our goals, and we're committed to that excellence and that level, that standard that we know if we drop beyond, we're not going to hit our big audacious goals for 2023. So we just wanted to drive that point home and let you know that, yes, we are here. We're going to continue to be here. Pete and myself, we're also in heavy production, and we're going to be crushing it over the next couple days into the new year. And today, Pete, I think we just have a little bit of a quick demo. We're going to go over the navigation bar, or I guess it'll be on this side for them, right? The navigation bar in Minute Pages. So I'll just go ahead and share my screen without further ado. Pete, where would I be able to do that? Here we go.
You should have screen sharing on. Let's see what we got. There you go. Here it comes. Sweet. And boom, you're on. But you're sharing yourself right now. So.
All right, cool. So can everybody see my dashboard here?
There we go. Dashboard's up. Yep.
Our back end of our Minute Pages dashboard, just to kind of give you guys an example of the front end. I'm just going to go ahead and do a quick demo of nationwide home buyers keyword term. Hopefully everybody's got the keywords everywhere plugin installed into your Chrome browser. We haven't forgot about you on that training. There is a live video in our Minute Pages YouTube channel that goes over this, but I will be doing additional training on this to make sure that you can see what your search volume is every time you type in a key term. So we're still pacing around 40 searches per month for this keyword at a cost per click of $33.76, which means every single time I click on a keyword term right here, it's going to cost them $33.76 per click. So page one with our Minute Pages website, you guys can see the page load speed and how fast it is. So this is the front end. This is what our sellers see, right? This is our seller-facing investor website that generates a ton of wholesale opportunities, creative finance, as well as retail residential listings. Back to the back end, and here we go, right through the navigation menu. So visitor analytics right here. This is if this was connected. It's not. You can see how many times a day people are on, how many people per week, per month, compared to the last week, day, and month. So you can see how you're trending. The visual editor, this is a really cool option because it also gets you back to the back-end WordPress. So if you just like to edit on the front end, you have the ability to edit your website in real time on the front end. So for those people that are visual, just like myself, you're not, programmers, you don't write code, you don't want to go on the back end and do, the Divi builder, which makes my head spin as well. You can literally come right here to your first page where all of your information is, and everything that I'm scrolling on right here can all be changed. It's just a matter of you deciding what you want to change. You can come back up here, let's say to the very first page, and you can literally click on whatever you want to update just like this, and you can change the words, right? So that's pretty cool. So Going back to the back end, you can go right to the SEO, right here to your back end WordPress, which is one of the coolest features of our Minute Pages websites. The ability to just go right from the front to the back end, be able to edit, manipulate the SEO, the on-page SEO, the content to make sure the readability is good. There's so much stuff you can do. You can go back to the front end. You can look at all your blog posts on the back end WordPress, look at all the pages, location pages, so on and so forth. All right, so we're going to go back to the dashboard.
Something to note in there, though, is all of your sites are already set up. They're already SEO optimized. Blog posts are as well. However, if you are deep diving into that and you want to do even further keyword research, which we'll be doing a training on, and have more keywords embedded, that's where you can go ahead on the back end and do it. Obviously, a lot of people aren't going to be as technical and need some help with it. We're happy to help with that as well. You don't need to go there, but you can. It's an option. Some people like to really deep dive on that stuff, so we do have that available for you.
That's right. Yeah. In the beginning, when I was building my SEO on my website, Pete, I like to really go hard on the back end SEO, creating my own custom blogs, which, right here, you can add a new custom post. This button takes you directly to your back end WordPress to add a new post, a new custom post, which we've already got training on. So as you know, you can just embed your YouTube video right here. Excuse me, embed your YouTube video, work on your SEO. This is your custom blogs, but as Pete referenced, coming back here to your dashboard, we've also got the automated blogs, which are displayed on your front dashboard right here in your recent post section. And then we'll get to your My Blogs where you can schedule them as well. So we saw the visual editor. Now let's go into the lead management. I'm going to be spending a lot of time here if you've got a Minute Pages website, because that's the one thing that we do in abundance is generate a ton of leads. So this is just a snapshot of your lead dashboard. I can filter between which leads I want, whether I want my lead detector leads, which come with name, email, address, no phone number. Once I skip trace them, they become my skip trace leads. We've got partial fill capture leads, which means if somebody puts in just a little bit of information and then they delete it, we're still going to capture that as well. And then, of course, we've got the form fill leads where people put their name, email, address, and their phone number, 300% higher quality lead than all the rest. These people have said, call me, I want to sell my house to you. And, they fill out all their information. So just a little demo. Here we are in the lead detector leads. These are some of the anonymous leads that we capture off of our website. Just an example of what that looks like. Mary Forioni right here in Kendall Row. Let's take a look at this lead here and see where she came in, what the referring page was, and what the opt-in date. So, okay, so here's when she came in. This is the page that she came in through. So for one reason or another, she was on our main page, Pete, but she didn't fill out any information, right? Because the majority of them don't. 95% of people are just going to bounce. So coming back over here, we've got name, email, address, no phone number, because Minute Pages was able to capture through the lead detector technology the phone number or their information, their name, email, address, and we'll skip trace it right here with a click of a button. And then we've got phone numbers to call. We've also got a direct match. We've also got Luigi, Pete, Mary's husband, it looks like. So this will be a nice phone call to make. You got 100% match right here on the landline, 95% match on that mobile phone. Chances are you guys got the right number. Now you can go ahead and prospect them. Keep in mind, this is going to be about a 1 out of a 25 contact to close. It's not as bad as a cold call, which is 1 out of 50 if you're circle prospecting or you're just cold calling. And it's not as good as a pay-per-click or a Google lead, right? On SEO, that's like 1 out of 10, 1 out of 13, maybe a little bit less if you're really good. So if they tell you they're not interested, don't call them again. You could disposition it, allocate this file the right way, follow up, and then we've created a little mini CRM for you on that aspect. Anything else on the lead management, Pete?
No, all these leads can also be funneled right into your CRM, which we'll get to down kind of at the bottom with the webhooks. So you can work the leads right out of here and disposition them, or you can push them into your CRM and work them right off your CRM. Depends on which way you want to go and how you want to work, but it's all available right there for you.
Absolutely. Love that. And as you see here, it brought me right back to Mary. So it's doing its job. Skip tracing. This is if you're buying more skip tracing. Pete, you want to talk about location pages?
Sure. And by the way, on the skip tracing, we do have it down. If you skip traces are done on a block basis, meaning you purchase a block of skip traces, because unfortunately you can't really be charging 15 or 25 cents a clip as you roll along. We do have a package set up for $60 one-time fee, get you 500 skips, so it's down to 12 cents per skip trace. Really cheap. You can select as you go through when you go through them all, and you can add more as you need them. After you've done 500 skips, that's quite a bit. So that's what we got for that. Location pages. So as John's pulling up location pages, those are really for if you're going to run some targeted campaigns, and you're trying to dominate a specific area in the market. Minute Pages does have the ability to what we call geofence an area, meaning we can set the accounts up where it's called dynamic location locating. They're going to look at the IP address, and they're going to pull the city from that IP address, and that's what's going to populate your site. So right now, if I were to go onto one of John's sites, it's going to say we buy homes in, I'm up in Pennsylvania right now, so it's going to say we buy homes in New Freedom, because that's where it's going to read my IP address from. But if somebody out in, I think that lastly was in Massachusetts around Boston, it's going to say we buy homes in Boston. So it's dynamic and will pull the area that those people are in, and that's what it's going to say it's for. Now, if you're local here or around any major metro, right now, John and I are both Maryland, PA, close to Baltimore. If you live here and you're looking to sell your house, you're not going to call it your Baltimore house. You're going to call it your Perry Hall, White Marsh, Towson, Pikeville, Timonium, Lutherville, Parkton, Free, whatever. Everybody outside the area is going to call all of that Baltimore. Everyone that's here is going to call it by a specific little town name. So that's where you can launch a location page for each town name, so you have that specific SEO.
Pete, I might need you to pull up your share screen because my internet just crashed and came back on, so I'm trying to reconnect.
Got it. I'll pop open mine. We've got, I believe we got your page right here. Yep, there we go. All right. So we're popping open. Should be able to see my screen. Yep, there it is. All right. So this is the back end of John's site. Actually, I had his pulled up anyway. So if we go to my location pages here, it'll cycle up the ones that he's got set. So right now he's got a bunch of different locations. Some of these were set by state because he was running specific pay-per-click campaigns directly to those locations. So you can see he's got Las Vegas one up. He's got Phoenix, Scottsdale, LA. There's a Baltimore Metro. So let's just pop open the Las Vegas, Nevada page here. And you can see you can edit it. You can go straight to the page here, or you can just trash it if you want to. But this gives a specific sell your house fast in Las Vegas. We also have the ability to have a separate phone number up here. So your main site's going to have your main phone number, which, as you know, some people in certain areas only want to call a local area code. So you can set up a Google phone number, Google Voice, and just have it forwarding to your regular number. But you can have that number right here.
Sorry.
Get you muted. There we go. John will be right back in a minute. There you go. He was causing a wee bit of echo in there. So, like I was saying, we can have a custom phone number for that specific page embedded on the page. You still can have your main number, and obviously the root site is still going to go back to your main site. So that is what the location pages are for, where you can go ahead and set them up for specific areas for anything in a region that you're trying to specifically target. The next thing down the line here was My Blogs, John had mentioned earlier. This is the automated blog library. We're adding to it regularly. We have a new batch actually of blogs that are getting ready to drop, so there's going to be a whole other set of new blogs that are coming through. They are all SEO optimized. They're all written with correct formatting. They all written to generate as much traffic as we can with them. All you have to do is click on schedule new blog post. Your 10X plan comes with 5 blog posts every month. We'd recommend you do 1 a week. If you're doing your own blogs, you obviously would look to do more, but you would just select the ones that appeal to you. You can look at the headline, you can read the blog if you want to, but you're going to know pretty much what the blog is going to be about just by the headline. You'll hit next. That's going to pop open the scheduler. You'll pick your scheduled dates and you'll hit publish. So this one, you say you want to go out tomorrow. The next one, you want it to go out, hang tight, John's calling. The next one you want to go out on, say, January 5th. You hit submit schedule. It's going to schedule it automatically. You'll get an email notification when that happens. There we go. So we'll get an email notification when that happens. You'll get an email notification on the blog post here that the blog's been posted. You'll also get a hyperlink to it so that you can share it out to social media or out to any mailing lists that you might have going on. So that's how you get it. Can you hear us, John? You back?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep, we got you.
Beautiful. New computer, different computer. We're all good.
New office location.
Right.
So that's what the automated blog posts are for. And by the way, guys, there are a bunch of you who have either reached out or will go through sites and make sure that everything is updated and optimized. And a bunch of you guys aren't using those automated blog posts. You have to, at a minimum, go ahead and schedule your 5 blog posts a month. You get a notice every month when it gets reset. It takes 2 seconds. Log in the back end, go to My Blogs, pick the 5 that you like the headline for best, schedule it out 1 a week for the next 5 weeks, and press submit. That's all you have to do. That is like bare minimum at the very least that you have to do. So make sure you're doing that. If you're not, if you have questions, hit us up. We'll help you with it. It is not difficult. We try to make it as easy as possible, but you do get an email. Just go ahead and open your site, schedule your blogs, and go. It will greatly help your SEO. Not doing it
Pretty much free SEO, right? When you agree, dude,
yeah.
It's like free SEO from us.
100%. 100%. So now we're back over to the next one. You are you back on your screen or no?
No. I'm watching you. So let's go into keyword ranking. I'll talk about that. You could just demo that right there since you're already there.
That's what I figured. So keyword ranking just came out, and there's going to be a keyword search also coming up. But for keyword ranking, go ahead, John.
Bro, I'm not even doing anything like offline of minute pages, and we're just creeping up the rankings for all of these words. It's just like the automated blogs are just doing its thing, like automated by itself. So it's like I'm excited to start adding in some new keywords and do another training on this. Let's fill it up. Let's get 15 more keywords in there, and let's start modeling how we climb up the ranking charts so people can do the same thing. But as you see there, the nationwide home buyers, which I searched in the beginning, that's that 30, 40 searches per month at the $30, $40 cost per click. Clearly, it shows you where you are positioning. This is countrywide. This is the whole entire nation. We get like 30 or 40 organic looks every single month. So it's definitely going to generate 5, 10 leads every single month organically. So really cool feature to take advantage of.
Awesome. So next on the list is managed testimonials. Now, you can go in here. Your site's going to have a few dummy testimonials in there at the beginning, and it says like happy customer and has the lorem ipsum. So you have to go in and update them to your actual clients and your testimonials. But as soon as you key them in here, they're going to show up on your page. So if I go back to John's base page here, whoops, nationwide home buyer, you might even scrape me as a lead detector down here.
I don't see your screen right now. I'm just looking at the dashboard.
Oh, let me share the other screen here. Hang tight. Make sure I'm sharing the right one. Close that one off.
Don't be selfish. Show us the goods.
We're working on it. Where's your page here? Not that one. There it is. So on the other page where you go ahead and manage the testimonials, you see it pops right in here into this little scrolling bar. And depending on the page that you've launched, you'll have a different version of this, but essentially you just go ahead and input your testimonials there. They show up on your site automatically. So you can see, you can load a photo. We have standardized the photo size. Some people have older phones, newer phones. Essentially, it's going to be forced to format to fit the photo that's in here, but you can add that in, and you can go ahead and just make the edits whenever you want yourself. Really super easy to do. So let's go ahead and get back over into we'll change the page we're sharing. Now that I see that it needs to be a specific one.
Yeah. Back to the dashboard.
Back to the dashboard. All right. So from here, that's where you go ahead and just input those right there. Really easy. And it gives additional social proof, which is what you want. Yeah. Manage scripts. All right. So this is going to be for anyone who's a little bit more technical. You can add global scripts to your account. So if you've got a Facebook pixel, you can put it on here. If you've got a CRM with a pixel, you can put it here. This is where you would go if you want to add a chat bot. Anytime you're looking, you can just add a page script or a global script. If you don't know what we're talking about, not surprised, not everyone knows or does it, but this is where you can put all of those details. So a lot of them need to be in your header script, your Facebook pixel script. Obviously, you can go down here. Tag manager for Google, that goes here on the back end as well. So that's all here and available for the people who wanted to do a little bit more deep dive, technically speaking. Now, the next one down
Can
is
I comment on that real quick, dude?
yeah, go ahead.
So with managed scripts, also if you're a 10x subscriber, you get access to the science of flipping, and you can get access to Justin Colby's training library with where at the science of marketing course, if you take that in its entirety, you'll likely see the PPC class. And if, like Pete said, you're running ads and you want to track conversions like we've done on some of our Google slides and some of our presentations, you'll see us do. You'll see conversions, right? When we're doing the Google ads, and that is how you track the conversions is in the managed scripts. So you know when you've actually converted a legitimate lead, so you can identify what your cost per lead is, what your return on your investment is, and, essentially 10xing your leads because you're able to utilize the lead detector technology in tandem with driving traffic to your website and converting the 2 to 5%. Now you're also converting that 30% on top of that. So the scripts is where you can track that 2 to 5% form fill lead conversion. It's not going to track the lead detector leads, correct, Pete?
Yep.
Cool. Onward.
Onward and upward. Oop, shrink that back.
Or downward.
Okay. Down to the next one, my forms. All right. All these forms that we already have pre-built on your site, they are ready to go. They're already in place. They're here on the page. You see, you come to the back end of this, and you can see all the forms that are already done. These have been split tested. These are the ones that have a higher likelihood of people filling them out. So we caution people to not mess with them too much. There is some custom HTML coding on the back end. If you want to create your own form, you can. You could go ahead and just hit add new, and then you'll have to embed it on a page if you want to have additional questions or whatnot. However, if you haven't messed around in forms, check in with us before you start doing it. You can break them fairly easy, and that's just unfortunately how Gravity Forms and WordPress play together. And if you are looking on your back end page to edit, you'll sometimes see the button is jogged up a little bit higher than the form line. That is just a bug within Gravity Forms and WordPress. There's no way to fix that. On your main page, it is correct. Don't worry that on the back end, it seems like it's a little displaced. That is just the way it looks. Partially, they do that, I believe, to let you know that that is a button that's going to another spot, and it's not a single line form. So it's a visual cue for some people, but some people do see it and they freak out and think they've broken the site. So don't worry about it. It's the way it's supposed to be. Let's go back over to the dashboard here. We're getting down into the design section. And now that's where you can customize your page if you want to change colors. Well, we're almost there. Offer pop-up box. That is a new feature that we just rolled out. That, quite honestly, it literally just came in, and I need to double check and see what it would be. Yep. So there's a couple spots where you can enable a pop-up where if you've been on the site for a little bit, it's going to go ahead and pop up that form. And you can have it on a specific page. Now that will just go ahead and pop up the form, and it'll have a spot for you to fill it out. Some people like to have it, some people don't. Depends on your browsing preference, but it is available and is there.
Can you specify the amount of time that how many seconds after people visit your site you want it to pop up?
Let's see. I don't know what we have in the set. Like, it just got rolled out, so I actually need to go and check and see how long it's going to be, or if it's going to be immediate. I'm sure there is a bit of a delay on it, but I don't know what we have set for the delay timer. So I'll have to come back to you on what that delay is for. This just got put in literally within the last couple of days, right before the holiday, I believe.
Cool.
Anyway, we go back up to the dashboard here, and we are My Webhooks. So this is going to be how you're going to connect your CRM or to anything else you want to connect to. If you don't know what a webhook is, it's essentially a little code off of Zapier. It doesn't have to be Zapier. There's a few other places that you can do it, but it listens for any activity on your site. And when that activity is captured, it notifies you, and then you can grab that webhook and push the data. So if someone fills out a form, it says, hey, here's a form that's filled out. If a lead detector lead comes in, it's like, boom, here's a lead detector lead. You can push that data into your CRM, into a spreadsheet, wherever you want it. So that's what the My Webhooks are for. We do have a tutorial on that for connecting your CRM or pushing that data wherever you want. Very easy to do, and you can actually use the Zapier free account as well to do that. Once you start getting some super high volume, you may have a cost with that. The free account will cover a good chunk of it. Customize menu items. That is going to be for your top bars and your footer bars. And so that's going to be what shows up. You'll see here as it pops open. It brings you right into the editor. So you don't have to really do anything, but that's going to be what's up here. So you can see in your primary menu, you got your About Us, your FAQ. You can't, and then this is a.
Can't see that screen. We just see the dashboard.
Oh,
Sorry.
it all popped up in a new page. Hang tight. It threw open a new window.
No worries.
Share.
Or partner.
There we go. So it brings you right to this page for editing. Up here on this top line, some people have a few more things. John, we've chopped yours down to just About Us and FAQ on this particular page. But you can add the additional menus. You can add additional menu items from here. Same thing with your footer menu down at the bottom. Now, the footer menu is pretty much preset. You can get rid of these. You can't get rid of these by yourself. If for whatever reason, some people don't want their phone number on here. I don't know why that is, but they don't. So we have to actually go ahead and have our engineers hop in the back end and remove that because that is hard coded in the footer, but it can be done. We do recommend you have a phone number on our site so people can actually call you if they want to. It can go to a answering service. You can have it go to a Google voice message, but you do want to have some kind of number on there just because people that are going to call you will more likely they're looking to sell their house. All right, back over to, let's exit out of here.
Go back to the other screen to share.
Yep. And actually, you know what I can do? This will be easier. I'm going to move this over here. I'm just going to share the entire monitor. That'll make it even easier. Shazam. There we go. So now you'll see everything.
Boom.
Dual monitors are the best. I can look over here and here. Okay. So that was customized menu options. Customize branding. This is where you can go in and if you've got a brand palette and you want to change colors on your site, you can do that. Really super easy as it pops open branding. Your options are for your header. So you can go ahead and put your logo here in your header. Same thing down in the footer. There's the logo that's here. If the color scheme didn't work, if you had a background, that's why you might want to change. So if your logo was gray, maybe you want to turn your logo into something that's black or whatever the color may be, you can do that here. Favicon, that is a little icon that usually pops up here in the corner of a page. So if you were to go on, I'm sorry, on the corner of a tab here, you can see that little tiny one right there. So a lot of people have a favicon icon. There is a default little house icon that is in there, but you do have the option to do it either way. And then here's where your custom colors come in. So John had gone with red, white, and blue for this page. If you wanted to, you can go ahead and just make it green. And you can make your other color off green. And you can see it automatically changes it. If you hit publish, that's going to be your new colors. I don't recommend that color scheme unless you're into the Hulk. Typography, same thing. It's going to be all the fonts that you have in here. So if you want to change it, go over to Oswald to see it automatically changes. So if you like a particular font, you can go ahead and make those changes in here. But again, they've all been pretty well set for what people like to see. So this one was on Poppins. We'll just leave it there. And that is how you can edit the branding on your site.
Boom.
The last piece is your business info. We actually had somebody actually ask about this last night. They've changed their business name, so they want to go ahead and edit their business info. They just click on business info. It's going to go ahead and bring you right up into the settings page, and it's going to take you right to it. So here you go ahead and change your business details. You can go ahead and change your business name, the email address that you want to use. All those things are right in here. So you can also disable your phone number, and that will take the phone number off of the site there. We're going to leave that on though. Partner logo. That is if you have either another partner. In this case, if someone clicks on this, John has the Kirk Property Group. He's a real estate agent with Reals in addition to doing his wholesale. Sorry, not Real, EXP. Wrong location. But if anyone clicks on that, it's going to take him to his the KirkPropertyGroup.com logo. Some people have better business bureau logos. They put those in here. If you have partners, if you've got vendors that you use, you can give them a link on your site. It'll show up on the down here in the bottom of the page, right down here. So you could have different vendors that maybe you use, and you can give them some screen time here on your site. If you want to, you could also charge them for that. Just a FYI. Social media icons. The icons are set by default. They're going to show up down here underneath your name. So if you had the Facebook links in here to any of your pages, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, it would show up with the icon right here. Let me grab one from the side here just to show you what it looks like. It's really simple. You go to, we'll even go live. I'll go to facebook.com, right, on the page here. And we're going to go to minute pages, right? So if we, whoops, as you can see, my typing is not the best. Minute pages. So your link up here, there's our website. You would just copy that, come back over here, and you would put it into Facebook. Now it's going to show up. There it is. Icon automatically shows up. It's already hyperlinked, so all those icons will show up right here if you wanted to use them. So we're not going to have that Facebook icon there, so we're not going to publish it. It'll be gone. So that is how you can go ahead and update your business info and your branding all from there. Pretty easy to do, and that's why we made it that way. Let's get back over here to stop the shares. All right. So things that we have coming up for next year. There's a fair amount of things that are rolling on. We have had quite a bit of interest in the lead detector software. So we have built out a separate dashboard, and that will be available for other verticals coming soon, probably the end of January. We have been beta testing it, testing out the dashboard. We've got a couple things left to do with the APIs and the webhooks just to make sure that everything's working the way you want to. So it'll be an option for some people. We don't have pricing on that yet because there's going to be a couple different ways to get that data. We can get you the raw data. We can get you the data scrubbed. We can get you the data partial. So we're working on figuring out how that's going to look in terms of pricing. For real estate agents, we are going to have agent pages with IDX data feed available. Looks like the end of January. The templates are built out, and we are finalizing the data stream that's going to be coming through. Showcase IDX will be the IDX provider. So that'll be just like any other website. If you're a real estate agent and you are looking to have an IDX website page, same process you have to go through. Form has to go to the MLS. MLS goes ahead and approves it to Showcase IDX. Then we link that up on your site, and boom, your site is up and running along with that lead detector technology. We will have a separate webinar on that. That will be awesome.
Yeah, I know you're excited about that one.
I'm super excited about that one. So that is some fantastic stuff coming down the pipe. We talked about keywords earlier. So the keyword research tool is going to be available on your dashboard as well. I don't have an ETA. I think we're probably about 2 or 3 weeks away from that being done. I know it's been tested out. I think we just have a few components left to finish on that. So that should be pretty golden right there too.
Not a little bit of stuff right there. That's a lot we got going on, man. So I'm stoked to be able to bring that here to the marketplace. We're already using the technology and the software at a high level, so I'm excited to see what happens when those agent templates roll out. I think the market is ready and primed for some more disruption on the buyer-facing and the seller-facing websites. Keep in mind, we still have multiple different templates. If you folks are interested in the apartment, multifamily, commercial, storage facility, land, as well as the motivated homeowner template, and now the agent templates with the IDX launching, I think the agents will be done within 2 weeks, and the IDX will be done around the end of January. So keep an eye out for that. Keep the pedal to the metal when it comes to your lead generation. You're outbound and sending people over to your Minute Pages website, creating that CIA, that credibility, that influence, and building that authority, reflecting back to our coach and mentor, Justin, with the Science of Flipping in our training library. For all you 10X member subscribers who have access to Justin's library, he talks about CIA for commitment, intention, and action, right? So take action, build that authority, create that influence, and have that credibility, all while outbound prospecting, directing people to your website for that validity so you can win that appointment, you can win that deal, you can win that listing, so on and so forth.
And I'm glad you mentioned that because I completely forgot to even put this out here. So probably a month ago, maybe a hair beyond that, we did start that partnership with the Science of Flipping. And here is the back end dashboard for the Science of Flipping if you're looking to get into wholesaling. So as part of your 10x subscription, you have access to this library. So there is a whole slew of courses. It's 100 and some odd lessons total. So you got the Science of Flipping Insider Academy, Premier course. What you're talking about earlier, the Science of Marketing. This one is huge and awesome. I believe so. You've got bringless voicemail, cold calling, text messaging, the whole deal, and you do have to go through all of these to actually get down to each component. But you've got PPC and SEO in here as well. And I believe those are taught by Anthony Frusciano. He is the owner of Lead Ninja USA, and all that guy does is live and breathe marketing. Like that's his jam. So this is free with your 10x subscription. So you have these 5 courses. If you're not accessing it, let us know. We can go ahead and get you your login so you can get in here and go through these classes. This is fantastic if you are either just getting started or if you're building a team out and you're bringing people on and that you want them to actually get just embedded in the process and to learn why you're doing what you're doing and how to do it right. This is right here for you. You can see there's also additional courses on here that through the Science of Flipping that you could purchase if you want to. There's a ton of content in here. So it's just highly recommended that you go through this. Even if you've been doing it, you might be doing some things wrong or harder than they need to be. And this is a roadmap to get you out of that rut.
That's right. That's right. I love it.
Awesome. So I think that's all we've got for this week. We are going back to webinar format next week. So if you need to get registered for the webinars next week, I believe we're going to cover PPC on $16 a day. One of our co-founders, Chris Lewis, has got that training dialed up, and we're going to go ahead and walk you through all of that. We will be following that up, I believe, with Facebook ads after that. So next week on the 4th at noon, the webinar will be live. You'll get the emails coming out ahead of it as a reminder, and we will look forward to seeing you there. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. Crocodile.